So you guys asked to go over questions 1, 2, 7 and 8. Question 1, I think that should say class A. We still need to talk about that. I'm sure I took this from a past paper, so I'm not sure why that's wrong. We need to talk about question 1 again. Question 2, well, we're looping through a two-dimensional array. We're starting by looping through the rows. I know that because of the way this is working. RC, the first number is row and the second number is column. The first loop deals with rows and the second loop deals with columns. So we're looping through each row, and as we go through each row we're looping through columns, right? So the best description of that is D. For each row we will loop through the columns. The total number of loops is cities 0 multiplied by length multiplied by cities.length. The answer is D. Let's go to number 7. What is the output of the following code? Well, to help us look at this one, I've just pasted this into Replit, and let's just look at how I would do it. So this is the code. What I'm going to do on my paper is set up a situation where I'm monitoring the value of I and the values of count 1, count 2 and inc. We know that I starts at 0 and we know that it's going to stop at a value of 10. Okay? So when I is 0, count 1 has a value of 0. Count 2, sorry, inc, let's stop that. When I is equal to 0, count 1 equals count 1 plus inc, so that's 0 plus 1. So count 1's new value is 1. Inc equals minus inc. Well, inc is 1, so inc is going to take a new value of minus 1. And count 2 is equal to count 2 plus inc. So at the start of the program, count 2 is 0 plus inc, which is minus 1, so it becomes minus 1. Then we do I++, so I becomes 1. When I equals 1, count 1 equals count 1 plus inc, so this is 1 plus minus 1, which is 0. Inc equals minus inc, so that's going to go to a value of 1. And count 2 equals count 2 plus inc. Well, count 2 is currently minus 1 plus the new value of inc, so the new value of count 2 is 0. I'm waiting to see a pattern, but I can't see a pattern yet, so I'm just going to continue. I++, I is now 2, count 1 plus equals inc, count 1 is 0, and inc is 1, so count 1 becomes 1. Inc equals minus inc, and count 2 plus inc, so that's 0 plus minus 1, so that takes the value of minus 1. Ooh, am I seeing a pattern here? I just want to go to I equals 3. Count 1 plus equals inc, so count 1 plus equals inc, so the new value of count 1 is 0. Inc equals minus inc, and then minus 1 plus 1 is 0. Ooh, now I can see the pattern. Can you see the pattern? For every odd index, we're getting a 0, 0, 1. Those are the odd indexes, 0, 0, 1. And for every even index, we're getting 1, minus 1, minus 1. 1, minus 1, minus 1. So I'm now just going to trust that that pattern is going to happen for every value of I up until I finishes with a value of 10. That's an even index, so I'm going to assume by the time we get to 10, count 1 will be 1, index will be minus 1, and inc will be minus 1. These are for the even indexes. I bet you that will be the final solution. And then, of course, we're being asked, count 1 minus count 2 is the output, so count 1 minus minus 1 is 2. So the answer for this question is B. Now we're going to have a look at question 8. This is a weird question. I'll explain some of it to you as best I can, but this is a super tricky question. So here we've got an array list of integers, numbers.add the value 1, so the first element of our array list is going to be 1. Then we're going to add 2, then we're going to add 3, then we're going to add 4. Then we come to this mystery, numbers.set. In the second element, we're going to add this number. Now this is weird. First of all, Java is going to go to that index 1 and it's going to take the number, which is 2. This is index 1. It's going to take away that number from the array list, but it's also going to store it. So it takes the value of 2 and removes it. And it sets that value at index 2. So this is index 2 here, 0, 1, 2, and it takes the number that it's just removed and sets it there. Now there's a little thing that you didn't know about Java.